Right.
I think that I saw this journey that you're on, and it is quite dark. It was the place. The setting was the ocean, and the sky was black, and there was like lightning, and it was just very dark there. Anyway, the vessel that you were moving forward in was a submarine. And as it's starting to go forward, the actual vessel was taken piece by piece up into the heavens to continue the journey forward. But it's still in that submarine. And then you can see down, you can see the huge ocean.
The depths.
Yes. Yes, very much so. And there's a huge serpent in there. And it does seek to coil up and wrap itself around the ship, like the vessel that was there, but it's not there anymore because it's set apart up into the heavens. I still see something like physically in the water, and I don't know if the enemy is still trying to close in on that, thinking that it's still there, although it hasn't been. It's been moved up into a higher place to continue the journey on that way. But you could see it. It's like a serpent, some sea serpent that's just, hundreds of times bigger than this little vessel.
Massive.
Just coiling around it, ready to destroy it, but it's not even there. So.
It's dark skin, like this kind of color, this color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was a massive serpent.
It's
bigger than a whale.
Well, it almost takes up that whole space. Like when I can see it, and the huge ocean had an effect on me, almost emotionally. Like when Tim was like the depths. Yeah, it's just like deep and vast and huge. And the vessel in the ocean looks so tiny, but it is so important because this huge serpent that,
wow. It is tiny.
it's in the ocean that's this
picture
big.
Yeah,
the vessel's like this, and the serpent's like this thick and long, and just kind of circles around it. But it's not. It had been lifted piece by piece and reassembled, piece by piece, and then reassembled and continued on.
It reminds me of, I know this sounds a little funny, but if you remember in one of the last Star Wars renditions or movies, remember how Luke,
okay.
he fought Kylo Ren in front of the hideaway.
Oh, I watched that. I don't know.
But the entire enemy came, and Luke came out in front of him, and he said, "Release everything on him."
Yeah.
So all these warships shot at him, and it was just like this blazing, terrible,
Firewall.
impossible thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he still remained. He was there. It was impossible. So then Kylo Ren came out to fight him.
Oh, I remember.
And they engaged.
Yeah. It was a massive, big, wiki thing.
And then actually he let him cut him down, but he wasn't there.
Oh.
He was, but he wasn't. So like there's a transference of the position of life and power.
Yeah.
No longer in the lower realm.
Yeah. That's crazy. My name, right? Was ocean basically, waves, and the things that remind me in the arc is so it's shady whatever. That's a little bit uncanny, Nicole, how you see into detail things. So unbelievable. The Africans raise the cows as a mean animal for them. It's a life. It's like their life, So they have cheetah everyday tag cows as well. So
Okay.
I don't know their tiger thing. So I don't exactly know. Maybe the confusion.
Tiger.
It
does, and it represents like a low. To me, it I could be wrong. I don't know, but it represents like a lower version of Christianity to me.
It is
Like an
intellectual
Americanized-
Christianity. It's
like an
Bible,
Americanized Christianity.
Protestant Bible church. You know.
And they and they very much go to Africa constantly and preach a lower gospel all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I took part in that when
The
I
reason
went.
I say it is because where they was showed up in one of the young men, he just began to have a spiritual gift because I was, Bob Sims, the young lad.
Mm-mm.
You know, we just graduated from high school, so we met together. He began to have a spiritual dreams or visions.
Mm.
So he saw his church like red infested. And the other one he saw was a tiger, So, and interesting. That's why. What is that tiger? Because his vision, dream was very clear, speaking the kind of church he came from. So, they were Westlake Church. You remember that? The church back in Bush's. Yeah, the chancellor, called the chancellor, advisor for the Bush, the woman there, was basically there. As other people like Bob, Bob, friend with Carl Grohl, whatever. So they were there. It's a political, little bit Protestant church. So. And they were have a huge tie with a hill country church, by the way. So, yeah. Anyway, we need to wrap it up. Tim is looking at the clock all the time. So
I am. I looked at it once because it kept buzzing on my wrist.
So that's the thing is when these things buzz,
I'm sorry.
you look to see and it's like, oh,
I'm
he's
still
checking his
recording
time. He's like,
this.